What's up, everybody? This is Ashlyn Cole from your favorite morning show, Shop Talk, and you are listening to Freedom Radio.
Come on and get your freedom on. Come on and get your freedom on. This is the day that the Lord has made. It's a good day to get your freedom on.
Yeah, it's been a while. That's right. Y'all know I'm gonna give it to you like this. It's another one of those real funk productions. I'ma do the jig, I'ma do the jig, I'ma do the jig, I'ma do it. You can do the jig, you can do the jig, you can do the jig, you can do it. Do the jig, I'ma do the jig, I'ma do the jig, I'ma do it. You can do the jig, you can do the jig. Okay, it's 5 years later and I'm back in the game. First album sparked the torch, now I'm lighting the flame. Church people gon' hear this thing glowing insane, but I'm gon' keep on giving praise and keep lifting the name. Okay, now verse 1, let me do like this. Let me kick you something cool, real nice, real fresh. Had to make the beat pound, make you feel it in your chest. I write the rhymes for the Lord, so you know I stay blessed. Look at when I do the thing, boy, rock it all night. Studio at the crib, so you know it sound right. You ain't like God for rap, man, that's alright. Cause God still got my back and you don't really wanna fight. So look at brand new record, so go and let it spin. I'll be back like an addict at this thing once again. You can find me at this church, maybe lifting up my hands. Church party going on, baby, go and tell a friend. So if you may not know, we gon' keep the thing locked and keep giving God praise to everybody dropping if you want to. I mean you should, boo. Come on, get up out your seat and move with us, dude. Yeah, so move with us to the beat. Come on, get up out your seat and let me get to your feet. So move, but it's only if you like. You ain't gotta have fright while you waking up tight, baby, move. Why you wanna stand still? I'm just trying to keep it real with my folks. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Yeah. So let me rock and roll. You can roll while I rock. And when I do the thing, homie, I don't stop. I just keep my hands raised with my hands to the top. Cause I got to give them praise. I ain't gonna let them rock. Yeah. So don't be tripping when you see me up in the church, homie. Yeah, please believe me. Up in the church, doing this work. Maybe in a cool, fresh suit, whole white t-shirt. See, I had to come through and give you something that knock. And ain't no demon in hell that gon' make me stop. I know it took a little while for my album to drop, but I makes it real funky, take his name to the top. Yeah, so that's how we gon' do. I be coming out just strong on that next level, dude. Yeah, so once you rock with us, dude, everybody in the house, get up out your seat and move. So move with us to the beat, come on, get up out your seat and let me get to your feet, so move. But it's only if you like, you ain't gotta have fright while you waking up tight, baby, move. Why you wanna stand still? I'm just trying to keep it real with my folks. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Yeah. So move with us to the beat. Come on, get up out your seat and let me get to your feet. So move. But it's only if you like. You ain't gotta have fright while you waking up tight, baby. Move. Why you wanna stand still? I'm just trying to keep it real with my folks. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Yeah. Everybody in a place to be. Yeah. You are now rocking to the sounds of real fun. Now let's come on. So move with us to the beat. Come on, get up out your seat and let me get to your feet. So move, but it's only if you like. You ain't gotta have fright while you waking up tight, baby, move. Why you always stand still? I'm just trying to keep it real with my folks. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Come on, so get up. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I know it's been a minute. Yeah. But y'all know I was gonna come give it to you like this. Yeah. That's right.
What is going on, y'all? Happy Monday. It is your man, D-Toll. What is going on? It's another day's journey, and I am super glad about it. Want to welcome everybody here to Shop Talk. You can see what it is, where no subject is off limits. For the next 2 hours, we're going to take this incredible journey. And man, there's so much to talk about. Yes, we have the obvious things that we'll talk about, but we have some more stuff that we'll talk about as well. I have an incredible array of co-hosts, and normally I would do a bunch of talking before I get going, and I am. Let me just say one more thing. Do me a favor if you haven't done so as of yet. Share the live stream. If you're watching this on Facebook, all you have to do is just hit the share button. You don't have to start a watch party, but hit the share button. Hit share and let all of your friends know that you are watching Shop Talk right here on Facebook, as well as we're streaming live on YouTube, as well as we are streaming live on Facebook. on freedomradio.com as well. So you have options on how you can catch us. If you're rolling and don't have time to sit and watch us, it's all to the good. Open up the Freedom Radio app or go to freedomradio.com and click listen live, and you'll be able to hear us and stream us that way as well. All right, y'all, let's get ready to go with this show. We've got tons of things to do. We've got some great co-hosts, as we always do. So let me get some things going up here. And y'all know I got to do multiple things. So let's start by welcoming today's co-hosts. Let me start with my mainstay in El Sobrante, even though yesterday they said Oakland, but from El Sobrante, California, my homegirl and yours. I told y'all, I told y'all a few weeks early that in a few weeks, y'all was going to be singing like Winans. I've come to know up in a very real way. Can you do that dance while you're doing it? Like, come on, y'all. You got to do the whatever it is. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, my homegirl and yours, now, not only was she already popular, now the ever popular, the incredible, talented, the my choice to win and might just win. We don't know. I am super excited to welcome my homegirl, Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what is going on?
What's up, everybody? Super excited to be here today. My goodness. What an incredible 24 hours it has been. I just got out the shower, y'all. I just had to keep it 100. Like, it's been just like, yeah, for the last 24 hours. My phone is like, bloop, 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 bleep, beep, boop, bloop, 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 ring. That's been my phone for the last 24 hours. I love all the love. Let me shout out to the whole entire Bay Area. Yep. If you in the Bay Area, you on Sunday Best too, because I took you with me. I surely did. So yeah, if you're in the Bay Area, just tell all your friends, hey, I'm on Sunday Best. Did you know that I was on Sunday Best? Tell your neighbor I'm on Sunday Best. Yes. Come on. Tell your neighbor. But Dito, it's been amazing this last 24 hours. Let me tell you, I think I gained like 1,000 followers last night on Instagram in like 2 hours.
Awesome.
It was like 2 hours. So I went live, and I don't take that lightly. So I feel like if people follow you, they want content. Right? They don't want to just follow a picture of you. They don't want to just follow a thought of you. They want to follow content. They want to get to know you. So that's what I'm doing. I am building content. So I went live last night for a whole hour on Instagram. I had I can't remember, 50, 60 people on there on Instagram Live, which was crazy. I don't ever have like 7, 15, maybe 19, but it was like 60 people up in there. And we had church. It was amazing. And then people came on to congratulate me. It's just been wonderful. So I'm looking forward to this whole week, just basking in all of that, soaking it all in. Yes. Yeah. Exciting. Very exciting.
Most definitely. And as you can see, I'm trying to keep up with all of the comments, but people are chiming in. And let me just say this, Ashlyn, when it's your time, it's just your time. And my sister from another mother and father, it is all to the good. It's just your time. And can't nobody hate on that. You are who you are, and amazing is who you are. Wow. And at the end of the day, let me just say this. I'm no good songwriter, nothing like that, but I will say this: at the end of the day, wonderful is your name.
Hey!
I just felt that in the spirit that
because you feeling churchy today. I see you.
Yes, today's T-shirt is sponsored by Churchy Life Gear. So those of you who are familiar with Churchy Life Gear has sponsored today's T-shirt, and we are super glad. You are, of course, sponsored by Team Ashland. Am I right?
Hey, yes. You know, you too can get your Team Ashling t-shirt at ashlingcole.com/shop. Yep, ashlingcole.com/shop. And
Let's
it's
put
this
it on the
design.
screen.
Yeah, go ahead and put it on the screen. Pin it there. Pin it there for a minute. We'll just stay there for a minute. Here's the thing. I never knew that I had a t-shirt ministry, y'all. Let me tell you what God can do with your one idea. So somebody dropped it in my spirit. They were like, we want Team Ashling. Oh yeah, you have to spell it right.
Yeah.
People were like, hey, we want Team Ashling t-shirts. So I was like, okay. So I got to creating a Team Ashling t-shirt, and that's what I came up with, right? With the microphone and the gold. Ain't it pretty? And then God took that and he just like sprouted. So I think I have 36 different designs on the site right now. My latest design, which I'm very proud of, it says, God is bigger than entanglements. Yes. It's a really cute shirt, actually. It's really cute.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I think it's great. And again, congratulations to you. I'm looking to see you in the winner's circle. I've take nothing away from all of the rest of the singers who, thanks to you and Jacory, last week we got a chance to sit down and meet all of them on Better Together last week. So if you missed last week's Better Together, make sure that you go to the Freedom Radio Facebook page and scroll to last Tuesday. And an amazing show.
And if you did miss last Tuesday, it's not a total loss, because Dito, we will be having the top 9 on Better Together tomorrow. Very, very excited about that. So they've actually asked if we could do that every week. So every week we're going to be having the top whoever it is to discuss the week, how it went, how it felt, what it was like to hear your name, all of that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned to Better Together, which comes on 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on Freedom Radio on Tuesdays.
Most definitely, I'm with it. And speaking of Better Together, let's get ready to bring on your co-host, my dude hanging out in Hercules, California, my guy and yours, the also incredibly talented and
Yes.
whatever he touches, his hands turn to gold as well. Listen, my dude Jacory Proto in the building. Jacory,
good morning. Oh, y'all see this lady on the side of me? When y'all see this picture, I need y'all to share it. I need you to comment, Tamala Man. Y'all see her looking like, did you sing my song? I need y'all to share this picture. I need to hear from Tamala Man. Because she sung the bloop out of that song last night. Praise God.
Wow.
most definitely, yeah. Ashley, I got to say, and just like Erica said, when you went to the second part of the song, you hit that one high note. I was like, thank you.
Well, this is the funny thing. When you can get a little kid's response, my little goddaughter texts me and was just like, Ashlyn is killing. Then when I got home, she's just like, can you call Ashlyn? I really like her. They're having a fight battle over calling her. And I'm like, she's going to call me. It's fine.
But wait, this is so cute because Jesus loves the little children. And so do I. I love the little babies. So I had, not only did Jacory FaceTime me with his nieces, but then who else? DeGeorge Hines called. We were on Instagram Live with his babies, and his 6-year-old daughter was singing "Change Me, Oh God" to me, and she was killing. 6 years old. So shout out to DeGeorge Hines and his kids. And then Justin Goss, shout out to him because he FaceTimed me with his wife and the family. But yeah, I love the little children. I do. I love it.
That's good stuff. And I have to say now, I have to be honest. I did not get a chance to watch the whole show yesterday. And we're going to get ready to bring our next co-host up. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole show because I was in the middle of doing my first official photo shoot. And so I had people. I've transformed part of my house into a photography studio. And we was in the middle of a photo shoot. But when you came on, we turned the lights out, turned the camera off. We all came in and huddled around the TV. Everybody who I was doing the photo shoot with, all of my kids, my wife, all of us came around to say, "Go ahead, Ashlyn. We actually know a superstar." You know what I'm saying? And so,
wow,
to the good. So we're glad to have that, and glad to have you be a part of Team Freedom. I tell you what, while we're in this great mood, Ashlyn, go right ahead.
Well, Cheryl Allen, shout out to you. She said, I'm their Sunday best. I'm her Sunday best. So Cheryl, you can go to ashlyncole.com/shop. ashlyncole. Yeah, he just put it right there on the screen, but ashlyncole.com/shop, and you will see all the different t-shirt designs. Tons and tons, 30 plus.
Most definitely. Good stuff. I tell you what, let's reach out to North Carolina, to the North Kakalaki, and out to Greensboro, where everything is green. The now host of the new show, the Mix and Mingle Talk Show, which airs here on Freedom Radio on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. My homegirl of yours, let's bring her up. Davaris Burnett. Davaris, what is going on, child?
I am doing fantabulous. I wanted to make sure everybody, see, we were showing y'all this number last week, but because I love you again this week, we're going to show this again. Please, if you want more information and be on top of everything that Ashlyn Cole is doing, text her at this number right here and make sure that you hashtag Sunday's Best for all the updates. I will keep this up the whole entire show. Don't get it twisted. I'm back here like going crazy. I'm like, everybody's saying everything that I was saying. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Look, let me tell you something. My girls are very honest because they got it from their mama. They ain't steal it. And they was like, oh my God, she sounds so good. And she's pretty too, mommy. I said, yes, she is. Because God don't bless ugly. He don't.
That is so.
Because he don't.
Wow.
Because he's about save people. We look good.
Okay.
Wow.
Because he will beautify the meek with salvation. I understand.
Yes. See, you felt that oil coming down. I had one person say, oh my gosh, she is oily. I said, yes, she is oily. In a mighty, matchless name of God. And also, let me tell you this one thing too. The last shall be first. Let me tell you how God set things up. Okay. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I was like, when are they going to bring on Ashlyn? I'm getting all, puffed up in the chest like I was last week. And then when I saw her being number 10, the Holy Spirit said, and last shall be first.
Uh-oh, praise.
God, you speaking to me? Why I can't get slapped on the face twice like that, Lord. I can't handle it. But let me tell you something. You bless my soul. You bless a lot of people's souls. So much that they were sharing my stuff too. Girl, I got 1,600 folks that looked at that video from my TV that I was recording, and I have I think up to date probably 23 shares. Don't play.
Wow. Well,
because it's the truth.
But here's the thing, Davaris, and I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that, because what's so important, and Dito and I were talking about this last week. What's so important to me is that my community knows A, that I know where I came from.
Yes.
And B, that whatever I have, we all have. Yes. Wherever I go, we all go. So if you are attached to me and I'm going upwards, guess what? You're going upwards too.
Yes.
If it's your business, if it's your whatever's going on, whatever's attached to me is going in the direction that God is taking me as well. So I want you to name it and claim it right now. But it's really important to me that my community knows that. I know who I am and whose I am. And I definitely know where I came from. And that will never change. That will never change. I'm not saying that, things might not take me away from the Bay Area. You never know, right? You just never know. But the Bay Area is my home. This is where I was raised. This is where I was reared. This is where I was molded and shaped. And I'm so incredibly grateful to my Bay Area family. So grateful.
But you know what? It goes back to what Dito said early in the show. When it's your time, you can't help. It's dripping. And God showed me that last night. He was like, when he sets it up, everything has to come to that setup. Everything has to be in order for that setup. And let me tell you, we hear your struggle. We hear your story. We hear your coming out and going through all in that throat ministry that he placed in you. And this is what the funny thing is. It's not a show. This is who you are. We know this. We've been blessed to, know it by nature, but for everybody to see it, and this is a continuum because this is who you are. So God is just showing who you are to the world. And that's why I said, world, get ready. But let me go ahead and stay focused. I'm so sorry because I can't turn this into a whole Ashland show. Don't get it twisted. And I have no problem doing that. Please read the lips and on my lips. I can do it. But National Day. Okay. Today,
Hilarious.
National Day, July, but I went to January. July the 20th is National Moon Day.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
Also, it's National Lollipop Day. We don't need that because guess what? That means it's more money to the dentist.
And more shots in our arm for diabetes. It's all good.
Diabetical ministry is not where we need to go. You're right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you.
And the last one is Get Out the Doghouse Day. Take that how you want to. Back to you, Dito.
Thanks, Tavares. With all that said, we have one more co-host we want to bring up. Also in the North Kakalaki in Charlotte, North Carolina. And she's my homegirl. She's now. I've officially just welcomed her to the team. Many of you may have seen this morning's flyer on the Facebook thread, and that actually has all of these wonderful people's faces on it. Shout out to Thedra Lorraine for helping us out and putting that together and making that happen for Shop Talk. Listen, let's bring up my homegirl, who is an actual graphic designer as well as an incredible singer herself, and just an all-around super smart young lady. Always has great words of wisdom. And even though, as I'm looking around, she might be the second youngest of all of us, but she is full of wisdom and knowledge. And I want to bring her up, my homegirl and yours, Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda, girl, what is it?
Good afternoon.
Come on, glasses. Come on, glasses.
Thank you so much. So good morning or good afternoon, depending where you live. Beautiful people. I hope everyone is well and having an absolutely incredible Monday. My mama said, always get straight to the point. Ashlyn, I think you, I watched last night. Of course, I have, 2 steaks and Sunday best. A friend from home, which, I try not, because it makes me a little emotional because, it's a big thing for her. And then Ashlyn, I want to say you did an absolutely positively phenomenal job last night. It was just absolutely incredible. I think it's really cool when people can sing other people's songs, but it's even better when you make the song your own. So I think you did a great job.
Agreed.
Enjoy you.
Thank you, sis. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate you.
That's good stuff. And you know what? Today, first of all, Yolanda, I see you giving us high fashion with those.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I see you giving us all the high fashion along with the rap. Okay, I see you. Okay, it's cool. So, okay, Ashlyn. So let me ask you before we go to our first music break. So, you're on Sunday Best. You're getting all this visibility from everywhere, and I think it's absolutely amazing. We talked last week about, if people were in your inbox. I'm not going to go in that direction.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You know what? Isn't it time for a commercial? Wait, I hear the song. The song is coming on.
You heard it? Okay, well, it's coming, and it's a song that we all will enjoy. But I'm just curious to know. Hey, you getting all this visibility. You're looking amazing. Makeup was fierce. The whole get up. I loved it. The whole thing. You had all these people watching you on Instagram. You have over 1,000 new followers. I think it's absolutely amazing. You when's the next date you going on? You going on a date soon, or we got any prospects?
I have a date with the Lord.
Okay, Jesus. Well, I don't know if Jesus has somebody in mind for you, but I'm trying to.
Look, no, God has somebody in mind for me, Dito. I already told you about this. It's not going to come by way of the DMs, right? For all the people listening, it's not going to come by way of the DMs. God had already told me that the one that God has made for me, is going to come by way of somebody that I trust. It's already been told to me.
Okay.
He's gonna come by way of somebody that I trust.
It's all good, and hopefully somebody who you trust is listening and has somebody in mind with your name on it. So anyway, tell you what we're gonna do. Let's get ready to take our first.
Why is Dito trying to marry me off like he's my dad?
Because
Dito.
I think it's time. I think you need. Forget it. I ain't gonna go down that road.
No, I agree. I know where you're going with this, and I agree. It's interesting because I want to give a shout out, if I may, Dito, if it's all right. I want to give out a shout out to Ernie Kaysen, who's one of my very, very dear friends and coaches, and he has a podcast with his wife called Married into Crazy. Married into Crazy. And if you're on podcasts, which I know you all are because you all listen to Freedom Radio on podcasts and Shop Talk and Better Together and all our great shows, but look up Married into Crazy because their podcast is, of course, they're married, and it's wonderful, wonderful teachings and advice for married couples. But I listen to it because I know that it's in preparation for being married, right? So as a single person, they encourage also single people. But I was listening to their podcast from this week, and it just made me think, like, I miss, like, I was married once and it didn't work out. And I know I serve a God of second chances. But yeah, it just really made me think, like, I'm going through all this, and, I have my bestest friend, Ja'Cory, and so he and I, we share all this together, and it's wonderful. But Ja'Cory's my little brother, so it's a little different. So yeah, I look forward to whoever you might be. Come on in.
Most definitely. It's all good. And as you can see, Didi Felder says she wants to be a flower girl. So
come on, Didi.
Yeah. And Vanessa Calloway, how about a candle lighter? Yeah.
Yes, building the team. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, Vanessa. Come on.
We getting you ready. I tell you
I
what,
see you.
Speaking of being ready, I was going to do something different, but I have something even more perfect. So first of all, let me just, on a side note, thank you, Ashton, for being a part of our worship experience yesterday at Glad Tidings.
Yes.
Ashton was our special guest and did an absolutely amazing job. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick music break. When we come back, we are going to do our birthdays. So let me throw everybody backstage real quick. Backstage you go, as well as you. And let's get ready to hear some great music. I think you all may like this song. Let me know what you think about the song that we're getting ready to play. And let's hear a bit of it right now. We'll be right back with more, y'all, right after this.
You said I'd never walk alone, that you're always by my side. You'd never leave me, you'd never forsake me, that you'd always be my guide. So I take you at your word and give you my life. Have your way, Lord, and I will seek your face and turn from my ways. Have your way, Lord, please have your way in me. Have your way. Walk with you, it's amazing, 'cause every day you show me something new. You're giving me peace, you're giving me joy, it's running over. Lord, there's nothing you can't do. So I dedicate my life as a living sacrifice. Have your way, Lord. And may everything I do be pleasing unto you. Have your way, Lord. Please have your way in me. Oh, have your way, Jesus. Have your way. Oh, have your way. Oh, you're faithful. All things work together for good for those who love the Lord. Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty. You're righteous. I look to you, Lord, to help me raise the standard. Lord, have your way in me. Oh, we love you. How could I ever repay you for what you've done for me? Praise you. I give you all the praise, all the glory, 'cause you're worthy. We worship. I lift my hands in total praise unto you, Lord. Have your way. Your way. Lord, right now, Jesus. Can't make it without you. What the world needs now is more of you. Have your way. Can't make it without you. Can't make it without you. Lord, please have your way in me. Ooh, have your way. I put down my resistance. I put down my plans. I put down my agenda. And I lift my hands. I want you to use me. Use me in a mighty way, Lord. Have your way in me.
And we are back. Welcome back to Shop Talk, where literally no person and no subject is off limits. Let's bring all of our co-hosts back, and let's get ready to jump into our birthdays. Ashton is live on Instagram. That's her new favorite friend. Let's get ready to shout out some people who have some birthdays today. I will go first since I'm already here. And let me tell you what, let me type it in. Happy birthday! Exclamation points. All right. Shout out to Rain Johnson, my homegirl. Also, Melinda Watts up in Sacramento. I haven't seen her in a while. Melinda, hopefully you're doing well. And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my dude, AB, Aaron Bryant. Also, 37th birthday to Byron Lowe. Happy 63rd birthday to William Johnson. Happy 50th birthday to my good friend in Stockton, California, Damian Lewis. And also, last but not least, happy 48th birthday to Cherry Chiato. Chiato, rather, is the name. Now, let's go this way. DeVaris, what birthdays might you have today?
I have some great birthdays today. Today is my best friend Latoya's birthday. She is a bright sunshine in my life. So happy birthday to Latoya. And we also have Tanisha Pate, which is actually Coach McQueen, my daughter's teacher at her school. So today's her birthday. Bobby Parker, today's his birthday. Michael Reeder, my cousin, we call him Mike. Because, we got another Michael in the family. You know how to go. Anyway, happy birthday to you, Mike. And Sharmonique Jackson Young is her birthday. So from everybody from Shop Talk, happy birthday to you.
Awesome stuff. Hey, before we go to our next person, which will be Jacory, want to mention Ashlyn Cole. Didn't know if you saw that on the screen, but from Georgia, Kevin Lemons, choir master himself, mentioned that he enjoyed you tremendously yesterday on Sunday Best. Shout out to Kevin Lemons, who a few weeks ago had his big choir rehearsal live on Facebook. probably one of the most incredible times I've ever had on Facebook Live. So, Kevin Lemons, man, appreciate your love. Appreciate you supporting Freedom Radio and being on. And looking forward to some more great music from him. He is a choir master extraordinaire. Yolanda is a virtual member and actual member of the choir. Now I'm going to come back to birthdays, but now, Yolanda, the mere fact that Kevin Lemons is on, and I know you're part of the choir. Tell me what you're thinking about this whole thing, just to have him on.
Kevin Lemons is absolutely phenomenal. So people have been asking me why Kevin Lemons, why this and why that. I've been a fan for a very long time. And so Kevin, I had an opportunity to become acquainted several years ago. I've had the opportunity to be to do work for him. Or work for that particular group, brand, whatever, title people prefer. So he's my new boss, my new music boss, and I'm super uber excited to be a part of Kevin Lemons and Higher Calling. It's a new family, it's a new thing. I'm very new to the East Coast and to the South, which I'm absolutely loving. Because my mom was a country girl, and I absolutely love it. I love it. So it's exciting. He's really supportive, and he's just great at what he does.
I agree. Absolutely amazing. Like I said, I saw virtual choir rehearsal a few weeks ago, and I sat and watched the whole thing, which is incredible. But it was incredibly amazing, anointed. I felt that bubble up in my shondo. So I really felt it. Again, a big fan of Kevin Lemons, man. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us today. With that being said, Ja'Cory, man, what birthdays might you have today?
That's funny when you get somebody with a name like Kevin Lemons to come and just interrupt the broadcast. Hallelujah.
Come on.
We love you. I got Euless Reddick. We want to say happy birthday to him. Belinda Carter, happy birthday to you. Melinda Watts, y'all, you keep your eyes open because she's got a feature on my new EP that's coming soon. Also, yesterday, I also want to shout out to one of my good friends, the mother of Rosalind Waller. Nita Waller's 73rd birthday was on yesterday, so I want to say happy birthday to her. Sister Charity, radio host out of Las Vegas. Rain Johnson, happy birthday. And that completes my list. Happy birthday to you.
I love it. That's good stuff. Yolanda, we're going to come right back to you there in the North Kakalaki, Charlotte, to be exact. What birthdays might you have today?
Okay, so you don't know me. I'm actually really bright and bushy tail. It just takes me a minute to get like that because I don't get it when Jesus has his first cup of coffee. So it takes me a minute to get to my happy place. So today is my sister's birthday. My sister Tamika. Happy birthday, girl. Miss Deidre Johnson, Mr. Vincent Jones, which I have not seen in a few years. Christopher Ty, April Lawrence, Rain Johnson, a phenomenal artist. And then I have a really great friend that I used to work with. So people never believe it. I really have done a lot of jobs long before I was an entrepreneur. I used to work in a restaurant called Cafe Odyssey, one of the best jobs I ever had. And my coworker, her name is Patricia Mendez, my Latino friend.
Yes.
Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, girl.
That's all to the good. Happy birthday to all of them. Last but not least, Ashlyn Cole, what birthdays might you have today, sister?
Well, by the sounds of it, it's the garbage man's birthday because they were just taking the garbage out. Okay. Anyway, today we have so many great birthdays. I'm very excited. So my sister Yanni Lewis, happy birthday to you, sister. Also Damian McGee, the homie. Euless, of course, we mentioned. Eddie Lanier, E. Pruitt Bartolini. Come on. Oh, I think that's I think it's okay. E. Pruitt. Hey, Khalil Baker. Wow. Okay. Sherry Shannon. How is it that I have so many friends that have birthdays today? Rain Johnson, of course, we mentioned. Tiffany Walker, my niece. Love you so much. And recent birthdays, I do want to give a shout out to Nadira Kimberly, who is Jonathan Butler's wife, good friend of mine. Just want to shout them out. Okay, and celebrity birthdays. I'm just going to give you two. I'm going to give you Omar Epps, and I'm going to give you Ray Allen. I want to know how old they are, guys. How old is Omar Epps, and how old is Ray Allen?
45.
Who?
Omar.
Okay. And
Ray Lewis, he's 61.
what? Not Ray Lewis.
51.
Not Ray Lewis. Ray Allen.
Oh, Ray
Oh.
is 53.
What?
He
Okay. So Ray Allen, let me read you what
no, he's not old as me. I don't think Ray Allen is as old as I am.
okay, did you lose me for a second? My bad. Okay, so Ray Allen is okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we hear you. Yes.
NBA sharpshooter who spent the first 7 seasons of his career with the Milwaukee Bucks, then 4 with the Seattle Supersonics. He helped lead the Boston Celtics to an NBA championship in 2008 and was a key member of the 2013 NBA champion Miami Heat. The
How old
man's
is he?
been busy, let me tell you.
And how old is he?
He's only 45. Yes.
Okay.
That's why I was like, wow, 50 in his 50s? Come on.
Older than me, but
We were like 51,
No,
61,
he-
71, 81.
I know, right? Sound like a quarterback at the Super Bowl. So no, but Omar Epps is 47.
okay. Wow.
Shock.
Tavares.
Uh-huh.
You were closer though.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I thought he was around like
Yeah.
he old, way old. Well,
Yeah.
not way older, but
Go ahead,
So you know how we do about birthdays. Okay, look, birthdays to me are super special because God saw fit on this day to create you. We say this is the day that the Lord has made, and I shall rejoice and be glad in it. Well, this is the day that the Lord has made you. And so rejoice and be glad in it always, right? I know it's weird. Like my daughter's getting ready to have a birthday during this shelter in place in the next couple weeks. And she is really bummed out because, we wanted to have a whole dinner and everything, but don't be discouraged. Do not be dismayed. There are ways around it. So here's what I suggested. Now she's a chef and I suggested, why don't you send out a recipe to all of your friends and family, and let's get together on Zoom and cook together on Zoom, the one recipe. And then we can all share how I just thought that was such a great creative idea. So just think a little bit outside the box. Don't be discouraged. There are ways. When there's a will, there's a way. And so if you want to get together with your friends and family, utilize Zoom. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. But remember that God created you special and unique. There's something inside of you that we all need. And there's something inside of you that you need. And so think about that today. Just worship God in all of his glory and all of his wisdom in the way that he formed you in his image. So look, from all of us here at Shop Talk and Freedom Radio, happy birthday.
That's awesome stuff. Thank you for that. And I'm glad that you feel so strongly about birthdays because I just want to, you guys always make me laugh. But let me just say this. I'm on a countdown, and I'm on a countdown to my 50th.
Hey,
Round of And first of all, shout out to Yolanda Wild Praise and Rant for creating this absolutely amazing flyer. And I'm on countdown mode. August 28th is going to be my birthday. I'm turning 50 this year, an age that I didn't think I would see, and an age when I was young I thought was heck old. But now that I'm approaching it, I realize that it's not old at all. So would love to have all of you hang out with us. Let me tell you how this is going to happen. It was supposed to have been on a different day, but we now have decided to do it virtually. We've now decided to do it online on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. And I'm inviting all of you to be a part of it. I've already started assigning tasks, and Ashton is going to be hosting a segment of it. I've already told you, Corey, and he's gracefully accepted. He's going to be compiling some videos. So if you want to do a birthday shout out to that guy that y'all see over there, reach out to Jacory. Let him know. Maybe you could send a video, and maybe you could be a part of the show on August the 28th. Starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be right here on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. All right. So thank y'all for letting me share that. Now, let me just say something. Ashley, she took the words out of my mouth. Go ahead, Ash.
I just want to give a couple shout outs because I went live on Instagram and I told people if they come over here to the Shop Talk Live and join the conversation and do hashtag Sunday Best, that I would shout their name out. So I want to give a shout out to Chris Wilder Jr. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining. I also want to say a shout out. I saw one more. Hold on. Robert Young III. Thank you so much for tuning in. And look, share this post with your friends and let's get everybody in here in the room to join the conversation.
Exactly. Good stuff. And speaking of conversation, there's going to be a conversation had tomorrow on freedomradio.com at 12 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Jeremy Gibson is hanging out with us today. He's so funny. We was talking about birthdays. He says today is also Mary Magdalene's birthday.
Come on. Yes.
You know what, Jeremy? Jeremy is a...
You tell him to go have a piece of cake with her.
Speaking of Jeremy, he interviewed me last week.
I was to that you messed up.
He was setting that up.
Oh, I messed it up. Okay,
Yeah.
see how I was gonna...
Yeah.
He was setting that up.
Yeah. So let me.
I'm sorry.
Let me move. So
Wah, wah.
I was trying to say, Jeremy Gibson hosts an incredible show, the Indie Takeover Show. What better show to have Ashlyn on than a show where someone can take over?
Mm.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Oh wow! Look, I see what you did there. Okay.
Yeah.
The Indie Takeover Show comes on tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on freedomradio.com. And tomorrow's Jeremy's guest tomorrow is, yes, Ashlyn Tara Cole, and it is going to be something, some kind of incredible. As a matter of fact, tomorrow's show is the last show of the season, from the way he explained it to me. And actually, he has chosen you to be the finale, kind of like yesterday. Maybe this season is the season of finale where you are just going to be
Cleaning up.
The last shall be first. Come on.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So maybe you're going to be the featured artist everywhere during this season. I like the way this whole thing is coming together. So
Come on, featured artist.
if you are free tomorrow, if you're available, join us on freedomradio.com at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And right after that, we comes Better Together, and he wants to correct me and let me know it's his second to last. But I'm not even going to post it on the screen because I've already decreed and I've already declared
Finale.
that you're going to be the feature and finale of so many things that's going on in the world, and I absolutely love it. All right, let's bring everybody back up. Now, I want to talk about something real quick that I don't normally do. So let me get my trusty iPad. Shout out to Apple for.
While you're doing that, shout out to Mary Gardner.
Is that how how you pronounce her name, Mary?
Mary Gardner, yes.
I would have never said Mary. I'd have Frenchified that.
Yes.
Frenchified that in some kind of way that would not have been nice. But
Yes, I believe it's Gaelic. I believe, Mary, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the Gaelic, meaning the Irish, which my name is also Irish, spelling. So yes, but that's Mary Gardner.
Awesome. We're glad to have her hanging out with us. Welcome to the show, as well as so many others. So I know we have a lot of people who are probably tuning in for the first time. And again, thank you to Ashlyn and everyone else who has been sharing this. All of us have been sharing the stream. And so we're getting a bunch of people from everywhere today. And we thank you. Let me give you this story. I want to give you an update to a story that we talked about quite a while ago. A few months ago, we talked about the actress and comedian Monique. And the fact that she was trying to sue Netflix for discrimination. They wanted her to do a comedy special on Netflix. And when they asked her to do it, they offered her a lot less money than they were offering other comedians of that were not even as popular as her. And obviously, we all chimed in and gave what I thought was in terms of it could be, you know, because she may be being blackballed and so many different things that we all talked about a few months ago when this first arose. Well, I want to revisit this because as of a couple of days ago, a federal judge sides with Monique in her Netflix discrimination lawsuit. And the court also mentioned that an employer's failure to negotiate an opening offer in good faith is an adverse employment action. So let me just tell you what happened in brevity. Yeah, like that word, brevity? Yeah. I've been reading the thesaurus. Anyway, a U.S. district court has ruled that Monique has presented enough evidence against Netflix to take the streaming powerhouse to trial for discrimination and racial bias. The plaintiff, Monique Hicks, didn't know that was her last name, alleges that after she publicly expressed her dissatisfaction with Netflix's initial offer, the streaming titan refused to negotiate higher compensation. The plaintiff has sufficiently alleged that Netflix's failure to negotiate and increase her opening offer by straying from its standard practice, employment actions that are reasonably likely to adversely and materially affect an employee, affect an employee, stated Judge Andre Barati Jr. in his ruling. The court has also mentioned that an employer's failure to negotiate an opening offer in good faith is an adverse employment action. And there are many adverse employment actions that employees take that could obstruct employee advancement. Now, listen to this. This is an adverse employee action if the defendant has taken an action or engaged in the course of pattern or of conduct, taken as a whole, materially and adversely affected the terms, conditions, or employee of the privileges of their employment. Long story short is that when they came at her to talk about her negotiations, after she wanted to renegotiate, they took the whole deal off the table, which that she thought was, you know, absolutely asinine. Another great word, yes. So, I mean, come on, let's talk about this just for a moment. The mere fact that they are now allowing this now to go to federal court. I mean, asking you, I know lately you've been kind of an advocate for different things and women's rights and so many other different rights. I think this could kind of fall right into the alley that you might be able to chime in on. Tell me what you think about this whole thing that now Monique sounds like is going to get her day in court. We don't know what's going to happen, but sounds like she's going to get her day in court to be treated what she believes to be fairly.
And she exit left.
Okay, and that's
her answer.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Let's go to you, Devaris. You're another female of great worth and great talent. What do you think about this whole thing?
I think somebody got to throw the pebble in the water. You know, hopefully it works for her good. It's not easy to take on big corporations, you know, especially being the little fish in the pond. I mean, in the lake or the ocean, however you want to look at it. But just her efforts to doing that, and she stuck to her guns. I'm proud of her on that. So we don't know which way this is gonna go. So I'm gonna sit with my movie theater popcorn, and I will, and I shall wait and see.
That's good stuff. I tell you what, we're gonna continue this conversation. I want to give a shout out to Brianna Cornegay, who was hanging out with us. I believe this might be her first time. Her and her husband Roger Erunger always support me, D Toll in particular. They own a company called Neckwear, and they have sent me so much stuff that I wear when I dress up. 90% of the ties that I wear nowadays when I go out are sponsored or sent to me by Networks Neckwear. So I want to definitely give them a shout out, and she's saying that this is her first time. So Brianna, what is up? Glad to have you hanging out with you. Hope to see you and Roger real soon. And I mean, I know y'all were living in LA. Did y'all move back to the East Coast? Let me know where y'all at. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Now, Yolanda, what do you think about this whole Monique thing? Do you have an opinion? What do you think?
Oh, can I take that?
And there it is. That's her answer.
I mean, I'm always the weird child. I think sometimes it works in my benefit.
Come on, yes.
Listen, somebody that I wish I could talk about this. Somebody called me yesterday and imparted some real good old wisdom into my body yesterday. So,
Come on.
I think you have to fight for you. There it is. I think you have to fight for what you believe. Now, I mean, my personal opinion. You can show me everybody all together. I think you have to fight for what you believe. Yeah, I'm good with that. I think you have to fight for what you believe. What is, in my opinion, is how you do it. It's not always about how you fight. Listen, I'm telling you, it'd be my mama creeping up inside of my belly, okay? It's how you fight. And so, we lost a general, a civil rights general, and I watched a little bit of him from, Oprah's masterclass yesterday. And the wisdom he had, he knew he was going into a fight, and he knew that it was possible that he would lose his life in the fight. That never stopped him from fighting. But he was also very strategic in how he fought. So I love Monique. There are certain aspects about her that I love the woman. I had an opportunity to see her show in Vegas. It's not for the faint of heart. But I will tell you this, the love that's inside of that woman is very real.
Right. I
She
agree.
stood there and hugged every single individual. And it was authentic. It wasn't like, oh, come on, let's take a picture. Okay, come on. It wasn't that. It was very genuine. So I just think how you move is very strategic. I said that because in the beginning of what she did and how she took darts at certain people, I'm not saying those things that need to be said because there's probably a lot of truth in it and people don't probably want to admit that part. But it's how it was done. And I think that's what threw people off when she came for Netflix. It's not that we're not for you, it's just how she did it. But that doesn't mean she doesn't deserve to fight for what she believes belongs to her. Because we do know that actors of color are not always paid as much as actors of a different color.
True. I agree. And so basically what you're saying, from how it started in the beginning, I think if I'm hearing you right, that how she went about this from the beginning, not where we are now, but when she started this whole journey a few months ago. Welcome back, Ashlyn. And when she started this journey, you're saying that the things that she said may have been lawful, but they may not have been expedient.
Absolutely.
So there is where wisdom comes in. And let me just say this. The things and the emotions that we have when we go through things, our responses, they may be lawful. They may be the right thing to say or the right emotion to have. But it may not always be the right time to express it.
Absolutely.
And based off the things that we do, based off our reactions to different issues, you're either going to reap a great harvest or you're going to suffer major consequences. This is in life, period. So let me help somebody that again, just because something happens to you, the feelings that you have may be the right feeling to have, but there's a right way and a wrong way to express what you're feeling and how to feel it. So for her to do the things that she did, and I agree with you, Yolanda, that when she started this journey, that she called out some different people, and that again, that may have been how she felt, and it may have been the right feeling to have, but I don't think it was the right time or the right way to express that. And because of that, now, because of that decision she's made, guess what? She's now suffering consequences based on what she felt was right, and kind of go from there. So anyway, you have something to say this time, Ashley?
Nothing is right before Ashley talk. Right is like 10 seconds. There's a lot of dirty things that happen in the entertainment business.
Sure, definitely.
And so I think one illusion that we are all under, or recent things, Nick Cannon and so on and so forth, people think that me and Ashley, we girls, but in real life, we cool. But in that sector, sometimes things appear to be a certain way that they are not. And I think in Monique's defense, you do get tired of being picked on. And after so long, you want to say something, but like I agree with Demetrius, everything that's lawful is not expedient. So how you feel is justified. It's just how you do it. You win more with honey than you do
With
with
vinegar.
It's how you go about it. It's how you tell the girl off in the store that just cut you off. It's just how you go about it, and you can win
That's right.
more. I think more people would have been on her side had she went about it from another direction. That's all.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. That's good.
I agree.
That's good.
I agree.
That's good.
Agree. Now, Kevin Lemons chimed in and he asked, but who determines the right time to express her feelings about this situation?
That's what I was about to say too.
And that's a great question, Kevin. And honestly, man, you know, I don't know who determines it, to be honest with you. I don't know who can determine it. So it's not necessarily about the timing of expressing your feelings. You just have to be smart, in my opinion, on how you put your words together. You have to be smart. I mean, I think that she should have, before expressing and going on the social media, maybe she should have gotten legal counsel first and allowed that legal counsel to formulate her words and put out a statement that still makes her look smart in the public's eye. Because when she first did this, she didn't look so smart in the public's eye. And so because of that, she's got a lot of backlash and a lot of things that happened since then. Jeremy, here we go. Jeremy.
That's what I was about to say, because like with her legal team like her, like, you know what I'm saying? You got some people, her husband determines everything. So
yeah,
and when you got fire, it's gonna be a bigger fire. I totally agree about that, but if you ain't got the right people on your side too, and they doing the same thing you doing, like, that's right in your life, in your eyes, and their eyes too, until it come out, then all of a sudden you sweeping around getting some stuff up that's been destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, I also think that your team needs to be more than one person. Some things you need to carry back to your team and have a discussion with those people that are close to you, because the thing is, your public response is going to be your example. And then the thing is, because I'm a Monique makes me feel like she's my auntie and I love her to death, but you can also see the hurt and the passion behind her response. But the thing is, the I'm sorry that has to come after that doesn't really erase anything. So then the thing is, all these people that you hurt, what are you going to do now? Because they're still driving. They're driving the car. So eventually you're going to have, that car's going to have to do a U-turn to come back to pick you up. Are they going to open the door? What's up now?
Yeah. I'm with you. I think this is really opening up to be a great conversation. And I think, the main thing is, I take nothing away from Monique. Monique is a great actress. I think she's a great comedian. I think she's a great person. It's all in how you present yourself. And unfortunately, you don't have a second chance at a first impression. And what she did was, when she got, felt like she was being blackballed, and she may have, and when she felt, all the different things that was going on, which may be true from her perspective and from the world's perspective, but it's all on how you present it. It's all on how you put that whole thing out. And I like the way you mentioned it, that maybe she needs a team of people, a team of counsel. I love that. It's a great idea. Before she went out on social media, definitely should have gotten some counsel from somebody, from a lawyer, to help, again, formulate her words, put together a formal statement that makes sense. And then once that statement would have been put together, she could have went on social media and read that properly prepared statement to the world, and then she would have looked like a shero instead of what she's looking like.
Well, that's why God gives us two eyes and two ears and one mouth. The process between the traveling distance from here to here is short, but it's longer right here. So if you take the time and chill and pause, you can eradicate a whole lot of things that you could say out of emotion. And we also serve a God that don't deal with emotion in the first place. So good having, settle down and take the sting of the hurt out, because I know she's been hurt. And like, go back to what Ashton said last week. Hurt people, and you got to break the cycle. So don't. All right, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm sorry.
No. This is actually good, healthy conversation, because we're talking about Monique, but we're helping ourselves and other people as well. So this is a great conversation to have. So somebody else is trying to get my attention. What I missed.
So I was just gonna say I just didn't want to respond first. That's why I stepped away. I didn't think it was fair for me to respond first. But I just want to say, like, one of the things that I think is important. My great mentor Eric Thomas, shout out to him, the hip hop preacher ET, is that to be in the principle and not in the proof. When we get into a position where we dig our heels in and we have to prove something to somebody or the world. So I think that what happened in this situation is, did something wrong happen? Absolutely. Do we all believe that something wrong happened? Yeah, we absolutely do believe that people spoke incorrectly, wrong, that there was sexism, racism, all of that stuff. Yes, we absolutely believe that. But what ended up happening, I believe, is that she got stuck in the proving of herself instead of the principle. And so I think that we would have all been on board with her had it been, based on principle and not on proof. So that's really unfortunate, because I definitely agree with my co-host, my bestest friend here, Ja'Cory, that she's might be lacking a whole team, right? A whole team, and a team of advisors. Like I was very quick to gain a team of advisors going into this Sunday Best thing, and I'm nowhere on the same platform as her. But I knew the importance, because sometimes people get blinded by their own shine. Sometimes people around you get blinded by your shine, and you want people that are going to tell you the truth. They're going to be honest with you, and they're going to say, you know what? I don't think that that's the right way to go about doing it. Let's strategize and let's figure out what the best way to go about doing this is. She could have done a whole special herself without Netflix. She could have went with a whole company and talked about, she could have made it a whole thing to talk about the wrongs of the industry and how she was outed and and really hung out to dry. And so that, we don't want that. We don't want that for anybody. And I feel for her. Because I feel like now, what choice does she have but to press forward? Because she's gone this far. She's gone this far.
Yeah.
So why would she back out? How can she back out now?
You can't swim
because
in
now we would all say, oh, she was just stirring the pot. Well, she was just trying to make noise. And so, wow, Jeremy.
Well, it's funny because Netflix, I'm not a Netflix
Jeremy.
person. So it's just like, did you put your whole basket into Netflix? I think she's bigger than Netflix.
Definitely. Oh,
wow.
Oh, yeah. I love that. And now Greg Fields, who's chimed in, and thank you, sir, for hanging out with us today. He mentioned, we was talking about the fact that she needs a team, and he says that she could not muster up a team.
Watch it, because Greg Fields is gonna give you the truth, baby.
It gets hard sometimes, especially dealing with people like that may be a little bit passionate. So what happens in that situation when it's hard to muster up a team that will fight for you completely?
Well, now what does that mean? Does that mean that she doesn't have the team skills needed to be a part of a team? Does it mean that, what does that mean? I need more details on that.
And sometimes people are hard to
work with.
First of all, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't know. I don't imagine how you can be a name of that magnitude and not have a team. So my actual question would be is, most times your team thinks like you. Right. You got people on your team. They walk like you. They talk like you. If it walks like a duck, quacks like it's a duck. So they talk like you. So, and as she has stated publicly several times, how her husband is a huge part of her whole brand, her whole engine. And a lot of times things just are not the way they appear to be. It's so easy to see something on the screen, on social media, which can paint a very false picture. My thought would be, if she probably got a team and they all think like that, whatever that thought is. That's not to say it's right or wrong. That's to say that they probably all think like that. And then some people are hard to work with. They're hard. They are, I like the word passionate, right? But some people can be overly passionate. You can be difficult. You don't listen. You don't listen to reason. I've just been in those spaces. I'm sure all of us have been in those spaces and places where you like, hey, you know, but they do what they want to do.
Right, that part.
Right. And so, part of it's really interesting that we're talking about this, because part of the reason I became a coach is so that we can learn how to have the right people on our team, right? If you are strong in this area, then maybe you shouldn't have somebody else who's strong in that same area.
Absolutely.
You need to know who
Absolutely.
people are to get them around you. Now you write the vision, make it plain. You share your vision with your team, and then your team is supposed to come in and strategize how to make that it's not about you having the vision and you have the plan and you have the means and you have the way and you have the no, it's about, this is my vision. How can we as a team bring it to fruition in strategizing and really having procedures and plans in place on how to execute.
Most definitely.
Agreed.
And I agree with everything that everyone is saying. This is actually I didn't know we were going to go down this road, but this is good. This is good stuff. So let me mention something that Danielle Hibbers just said. She mentions that if it impacts your money, you would be passionate too. I agree. We Danielle, we don't disagree at the fact that she's passionate about her money, because she is. I'm passionate about mine, but it's all about how you act and react to when things happen. You know what I'm saying? And just because somebody, put you in a position where it may hurt your money, and if that's the case, and if you want to have a rebuttal, if you want to get back at them, there's still a smart way and a wise way to go back at people and get what it is that you're trying to get. Get your chips, get your money by all means, but let's be smart about how we act and react. That's where wisdom comes in. And Greg Fields chimes in. I'm coming to you, DeVar. Greg Fields chimes in. I don't even know you, sir, but I love you.
Thank you, Greg, for that's one of my folks. Come on, Greg. He used to actually take care of Daryl Cole.
And he says,
oh, this is Greg, of course. Yes.
Yeah, he says a few different things I love. He says you got to get the right people on your team. He also says that a team must be truthful even when it hurts.
That part.
Smith chimed in, said something very similar, that your team should be people who will tell you the truth. And let me just say this, and we'll go back around the room. Let me tell you what a real friend is, whether we're team members or not. And a real friend is not going to be a yes person. A real friend is not just going to say yes on everything that it is that you want done. A real friend will stand flat foot, look you square in the eye, and say, I don't think so. And let me say this, when we go back around the room, when we're friends, we should be able to disagree, but not be disagreeable.
Come on.
T-shirt
ministry, yeah.
Well,
if you are a true friend, I got to say this one more time. If you are a true friend, we should be able to disagree and not be disagreeable. That's what a true friend is. So let me go back around the room. DeVaris, you was trying to get my attention. Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
I think it goes back to what you were saying, being very calculated and smart on really expressing how you feel. When you said it, the person that popped in my mind that is a pure genius with that is Dave Chappelle. He uses his stand-up comedy, his specials to really express how he feels. And he don't take, opportunities to get on Facebook or get on live and all that stuff to express how he feel at that moment. He takes his time to tell a joke about it. You're going to pay to go and see him tell whatever. And he strategically just put it in there. I mean, he is pure genius when it comes to actually voicing how he feel, but in a smart way, which is still on his platform. So, and that's the same thing that Ashley was saying earlier too. Voicing how he feel, but in a smart way. What happened?
That was me.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus.
And let me also say this whole team piece that has come out of this conversation is really good, because as we think about it, I also think of the team that maybe Whitney Houston didn't have. Because if I had been on that team, she would still be here. At the end of the day, the team is it's not just the people that you're paying. You know what I'm saying? But it's, do you really love me to keep me here? Keep me in this space. Right. Keep me alive. Keep me well. It goes so much further than just my gift. So I
That's
think
good.
it's wider than just the conversation we're having, because at the end of the day, I need you to have love to keep me here on earth so I can continue to do what it is that I do.
Well-being, yes.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I love this. This is good, healthy conversation. A conversation, obviously, we could talk about for the next, 30, 40 minutes if we had time. But let me just go in a different direction just for a second. I want to take a moment. Yolanda mentioned this, and we should have mentioned this from the outset. Over the weekend, we lost a great civil rights leader. And I just want to put him up on the screen if I can. Listen, this man has been a advocate for civil rights and equal opportunity for so many years, and I just want to stop and just put the photo on the screen and let you all know that our thoughts and prayers are with the family of Rep. John Lewis, who again has fought for years. I've seen pictures of him fighting and being hit, being hurt, just for us to have equal rights. So I just want to stop just for a moment and just to say to his family, our thoughts and prayers are with you. This is a man that has worked for all of us, and we just want to say to him, job well done. And we're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to do what we have to do to have equal right in everything. Danielle mentioned a little bit earlier that she was fighting for equal rights and equal pay, which is, I absolutely get it. And this is someone, in my opinion, that has been working hard for so many years. And I just want to, again, just say job well done to him, sir. And our thoughts and prayers are with his family. And we're going to keep this thing going. We're going to keep this fire burning.
Yes. And can I just add to that, Dito?
Yeah.
This is the person who fought for voting rights, right? And we are in a voting year, a presidential voting year. This year is one of the most important years in U.S. history as far as voting goes. When Obama, in 2008, that was a most important year, I think, up to that time. And now we are faced with just an incredible decision that is calling on every vote. Every vote. And if you want to honor this man, please, ma'am, please, sir, register to vote and make it your commitment over the next couple months to get 10 other people registered to vote. It is so important and so critical that we make change, and we see change in the White House. Now, I don't want to go into too many details, but just the way that the man that's in the White House right now has handled this COVID situation would cause me to be enraged enough that I would want to have change happen. So I am calling on everyone, every single person. If you are 18 and over, you have the right to vote. There are people that died and fought, and in John's case, who bled out so that you can have the right to vote. And so let's not let his name disappear. Let's not let his life work go in vain. Let's vote this year.
Most definitely. That's good stuff. And I could not be more in line with you in regard to that. I tell you what we're going to do. I was going to take a music break, but let's move on, and let's kind of lighten the mood for us. So when we get into serious situations, serious conversations, boy, man, I mean, we get serious when we go down that road, man. We for real. But I tell you what, let's change this up a little bit. Let's get ready for today's One Has to Go. Y'all ready? Let's do One Has to Go.
Oh Lord, I get nervous, Dito, when you start moving in this direction. I get nervous, Dito, because some of them are a little questionable. Little bit.
One may be
a little bit questionable.
Normally we have 4 items in our One Has to Go. Today we have 6.
What?
Wow. Why did I do this and say 6? I'm having a Bailey moment.
My senior moment. That's what that was.
Well, I asked Bailey. I said, Bailey, how old are you? She said, I'm 3. I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So I said, so I just said we went from 4 to 6 Things on the thing. Okay. Anyway, let's get ready for today's One Has to Go. It's based around things that we know and probably shouldn't be having, but let's pull it up. So one has to go. And this is based around cake. We have chocolate.
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
We have vanilla. We have pound cake. We have carrot cake.
Wow.
We have red velvet. And we have yellow. One has to go. I will start, and we will go around the room. So if it were for me, listen, I don't necessarily eat chocolate cake. I don't eat carrot cake. I don't eat red velvet cake. So that knocks 3 off. I do eat pound cake. I do eat vanilla, and I do eat yellow. So if one had to go, it'd be 3: chocolate, carrot, and red velvet. Have to go for me. So that's where I'm at. Ashton, let's go to you, because I know you have a great opinion on this.
Oh, do I? Do I have a great opinion on
I know
this?
you do.
That was cute.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to go with red velvet.
Really?
And the reason is because red velvet is one of these cakes where I love the idea of it, right? I see it, it's beautiful. I love when I see like red velvet cupcakes, like little bite size. It never tastes the way I want it to taste. I feel like red velvet cake is just the vanilla cake, which is actually white cake, whatever the vanilla cake. I feel like it's just that with the red food coloring in it. And it doesn't excite me. It doesn't. But now some yellow cake, this yellow cake with this chocolate frosting, that's definitely got my attention. And somebody want to make me a pound cake, I wouldn't be. Dee Dee Felder, are you listening? Is mom making? Is she baking this week? If she's baking this week, we just put my name on it. I need some baked goods, and just make my life so much better than it already is.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I hear you. Now, before we move on, we've got a bunch of people chiming in. Let me see if I can catch up with everybody that's chiming in. And so let me start from the top. Brianna Cornegate says yellow cake. Jermaine, the twin, says carrot cake. Cedria Clark says vanilla can go. What? Anyway, Cedria, we was homies until just that moment right there. Deidre Lorraine says red velvet could go. Dale Anthony, who was my homie until he said vanilla could go. My dude from the church, one of my church congregants, Willie Logan, says chocolate cake can go. Jeremy Gibson also says vanilla can go. Lord have mercy. Cheryl Allen says yellow can go. Okay, all right. Mary Gardner also says vanilla. You guys are making me nervous. Dr. Danny says chocolate could go. Vashawn Hampton, carrot cake. Please take a walk. Lord have mercy. Aisha McFadden Jackson says chocolate could go. Gwen Donnell says carrot cake, along with Tracy J. Wilson also says carrot cake. Colette Smith, vanilla cake can go. Morgan Van Hook says yellow cake can go. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Tracy Wilson also says absolutely that her daughter makes the best red velvet cake. Okay, we'll pray for her. The twin says carrot is like pumpkin pie. Bye. Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, I see it. So Mary Gardner says to you though, Ashlyn, do you want the red cake to have a particular flavor?
I saw that comment, and that, that's interesting because I don't know. I don't know, Mary. I don't know. I think I want it to be light and fluffy, and I usually find that it's dense. And I just don't like a dense cake. I like a light, fluffy. Although I love a pound cake now, but it's got to be moist. You got to put like the whole box of butter in it. You got to put it's got to be butter. But no, red velvet. And you know what? Here's what it is. It might be the frosting. Because honestly, I don't like frosting. I don't like frosting. I don't like regular run-of-the-mill frosting. What I love is whipped cream. I love when they do that whipped cream frosting. Like you get a good Safeway cake. You get
Oh
like
my.
a strawberry. You get you a strawberry cake from Safeway that has the whipped cream frosting.
Shay?
Oh, honey child, let me
I
tell you. You can't go wrong with that one. Yes. Oh, Shondo. Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Yes, it is Shondolicious. It is Shondolicious.
I am with
Yeah.
you. I am with you. So, Ja'Cory, if one of these had to go for you, bro, which one would you be going with?
I'd have to say, I definitely agree with the red velvet because I love the color red, so it don't taste red though.
Yeah.
So the red velvet can go. Carrot cake, we got to stay. Oh, if you can make a red velvet cake, not red velvet, carrot. Chocolate can go. How many we getting rid of?
Supposed to be one, but we've been going on with whatever.
We don't have too many grandmothers making that pound cake, so we definitely need to bring that back into rotation.
Yes.
And vanilla got to stay because that's the base of all of it. So get rid of the red velvet.
All right. Okay, I'm with you. That's good stuff. DeVaris, we haven't come to you yet. Let's go to the North Kakalaki with DeVaris and then Yolanda. Which one has to go for you, DeVaris?
Hold on, let me get me right. All right, I'm back. Okay. Everybody got to know you eating a vanilla cake anywhere with all these cakes. So if you say no vanilla, you're eating a vanilla cake. Let's start there. Second thing is yellow cake ain't nothing but a glorified vanilla cake because it's butter. So whatever, same thing. One has to go. I'm going to have to say, only because a lot of people don't know how to make it, is I love me a good pound cake, but it has to go because nobody's really, these grandmas ain't teaching these kids, they grandkids how to, it's a beating process to get the aeration in the pound cake so it can be still dense but light. Because it's a trick to that. It's how much air you put in there. So that has to go. Now I can make some mean carrot cake, pound cake, red velvet. Let me change that. Red velvet got to go.
Okay.
Because I've been messed up with that too, Ashlyn, about the taste because it's a science experiment that went wrong for the red velvet cake. That's why it happened because of the vinegar that goes into the chocolate. That's what turned it red. But a lot of people don't know how to make that, so they put that dye in there.
The what? The what?
So you put vinegar. If you mix vinegar with chocolate, it turns it red. That's why it's a red velvet cake. It actually happened on a mistake. You got to have vinegar in there. Make a true red velvet. Everybody be putting red dye in there.
Vinegar. Okay.
Look it up.
Is vinegar? Is it a first cousin to vinegar?
No, vinegar. Come on now.
Oh, okay.
That country diva.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
All right,
just play it back in your head a lot. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Vinegar. Yeah, vinegar.
It's all good. Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Never heard it said that way. Okay,
No,
cool.
vinegar.
It's all good. I got you. So, last but not least, Yolanda Morant, looking at all of these different cakes that none of us really need, but if one had to go, what one would have to go for you? You're on mute. You muted yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so first of all, I think you're in the Holy Ghost because my hips, although I appreciate them, don't need none of any parts of this. So, cake is cake. I mean, I'm serious. When you've had one, you've had it all. So,
did you say a cake is a cake?
Yeah, cake is cake. It's like that's because my dad really can cook. Like my dad's really like a great cook, and so I've had them all. I'm serious. It's for real.
But you've had a bad cake, right?
Yeah, like awful cake.
Yeah.
But I don't do that because I don't eat everybody's house. See, that's a country.
Oh, got you. Oh, see, we
house.
family. We
The
family.
bars know that you don't eat everybody's house.
I don't.
Don't do that.
I don't. We
You mess up
don't.
and get something awful. So
Rick, girl, look, write your book on that. I will buy 5 million copies. Go ahead.
something
I
awful.
want to know why German chocolate cake is not on here.
Oh, German chocolate cake is actually really good.
It's-
I don't like the
German
coconut.
chocolate cake is amazing.
It is an art to that too, because everybody don't know how to do that either. But it's a beautiful cake and it's
It is a nice
hearty.
cake.
I love it.
That's because I like the frosting, the texture. So if it had to be any cake, it'd be vanilla. Because I mean, it's just it's just vanilla. It's not like
But here's the thing: you can make a cake with just sugar, flour, water,
That's a cake.
baking soda. It's not vanilla until you add vanilla.
But vanilla's in every one of these cakes.
They sure are.
So it's a glorified vanilla cake. And people say they don't like vanilla cake. You're eating a vanilla cake.
Right, but I'm saying, why you don't necessarily put vanilla in a white cake? There's no vanilla, so why do they call it vanilla? It's white cake.
I think it may be a color thing but vanilla's more creamy color, like
got the difference.
kind of color.
That's true.
Maybe that's what people call it there. But actually, okay, this can go real far. Probably where Demetrius like I didn't mean to do all that. Because actually, the color of vanilla, see, if you can't, first of all, let me tell you something. I am not Julia Childs. If you don't know Julia Childs in this, she was an old French chef, but lady was absolutely phenomenal.
Yes,
but
she
I'm
was.
not that. She was dope. I'm not that. But if you know how to cook, vanilla actually is like brown.
That's why I changed it to vanilla. It does change the color from the white to, yes, it has that cream color. Because a vanilla bean is brown. Now, but you can't get the essence.
You have me, DeVarce, you have me shaking my head today. I am SMH today. We're just going to put SMH.
I'm a nerd with food. Like, I got to understand why it is what it is. It makes my palate, which God gave us. He gifted us this palate. So don't abuse it and don't misuse it.
Come on, air traffic controller.
Getting back to this, make sure you text Ashlyn at this number. And make sure you hashtag Sunny's Best.
Come on.
Okay, all right. So Yolanda, did you give us which one?
Oh, vanilla. I mean, they all the same at that.
Okay, cool. Vanilla. Okay, I got you. All right, that's cool. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Okay, so I'm looking up at the clock. Man, this show goes by so quick.
So quick.
So listen, I thought I was going to take a music break. I don't even have time for it. It's time for us to jump into today's Ask Shop Talk. Now, before we get into it, I want to give a shout out, as Ashlyn always does, to Sabrina Robertson, who started this segment a while ago. And Ashlyn, we have yet to figure out when we officially started Shop Talk, because we haven't determined our anniversary. I don't even remember when we started Shop Talk. It's been at over 5 years, because I've been at Apple for about to be 5 years. And I think we were doing it maybe a year before that. So maybe we're 6 years.
At least a year before that. Because I remember we were having a good old, we were in a good old routine. We had a good rhythm going. And then you were like, oh, I'm about to get a job. We were like, wah, wah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to get a job.
Thank God for a job.
Yeah, I had to get a job because I didn't foresee it, but thank the Lord, I knew that COVID was going to come one day, and I was going to need to have a job with benefits. Anyway,
come on.
We're going to jump into today's Ask Shop Talk. And before I give it to Ashlyn, the thoughts and opinions of Ask Shop Talk are not necessarily the thoughts and opinions of freedomradio.com. With that being said, Ashlyn Cole, the virtual floor is now yours.
Thank you so much, Detail. So yes, shout out to Sabrina Robertson. And this week is actually from one of our male listeners, which is wonderful. We get a lot of our female listeners writing in, but this week is one of our male. So representing the men, come on, what you got here, sir? This says, Dear Ask Shop Talk, I've been dating online since COVID began and think I may have found my wife. It's weird to say that since I've only seen her on my phone or computer. She moved back in with her parents to take care of them during Corona, so I was able to meet them online as well. How can I be sure she's the one if we've never met in person? Should I consider doing a virtual proposal or should I wait? What if COVID never ends and I miss out on my forever love?
And the room goes silent.
Oh my. Oh my. All right. So let me sum it up, right? You know how I do the summation. Okay. So he's been dating online since COVID. I'm assuming that he was dating before COVID. And so he shifted into online dating when COVID began. And he thinks that through this process, he may have found his wife. He wants to know, is it weird because he's only seen her like how you guys are seeing us? I'm assuming that he's only seen this much of her. She lives with her parents. I have no idea how old these people are, so I can only assume that they're, I'm going to say in their late 30s. Is that probably a fair guess? Early, maybe even early. I don't know. Maybe these are young people. I have no idea. She lives with her parents. He was able to meet the parents online. He's thinking about an online proposal. He's never met this woman in his entire life except online. Should he do a virtual proposal? Should he wait till COVID is done? What if COVID never ends and he misses out on his forever love?
What is it? 90 days before the. What is this? Oh my God! You know, okay. I tell you what. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump right into it, and this is the part where I.
That's what he does every week. Very well. Bounce out.
I cannot stand him.
He
Okay, so
bounced
first of all, I'm looking at the comments on Facebook. Shout out to our Facebook listeners and viewers. Wow, crickets. Lots of crickets. Wow. Brianna says Jesus on the main line. Oh, Jeremy says go on ahead and propose. Really, Jeremy? Is that really how you feel? That's really how you feel, Jeremy? Yep. Gwen says, I hear crickets. Goodness. Jeremy says, buy a house too while you're at it.
That had me cracking up.
Wow. Wow. Shout out to Aisha. I have so many questions. Yeah.
As I.
Dale says, this is why, guys, we shouldn't ask questions in public. This is why guys shouldn't ask questions in public. Jeremy says you can do outdoor dining. Phaedra says in 4 months too. Like, meaning it's only been 4 months. Cheryl, thank you for your comment. Online to proposal. No bueno. No, don't do it. Don't do an online proposal. Crescenda says, do what Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, and you won't go wrong. All right.
Yes. Look it up. The Look Up Ministry.
3, 5,
Look, come on. I don't play. Because I'm not.
Trust in the Lord.
Oh, trust in the Lord. Okay.
With all your heart, lean not to your own understanding.
That part.
That
yes.
part. Lean not.
Not.
Lean not.
Sir. Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. See, thank you. I'm going to commit that to memory now because I know the scripture. I just don't know the name and the number. See? All right, let's see what else we got. Mary says, oh, well, Mrs. Kennedy says, wait on the Lord, I say. Mary Gardner says, where are they geographically to not have had a social distancing walk or something? See, that's what I'm thinking, Mary. Like it's online dating. So they could be in another country. They could be in another state. They don't necessarily have to be. This is why online dating is so weird to me. Because I love the Bay Area. I want somebody else to love the Bay Area too. Like I want someone to have the same, kind of interests. It's great to have new interests and learn new things, and that's great too. But online dating, it could be somebody all the way across the country. And then how do you get together for coffee or tea or conversation? I had the same question. Yep. Willie Logan says meet at the coffee shop. But see, we don't have enough information to know if they can actually do that. So I'm assuming this is Tremaine that's commenting here and not Jermaine. But he said they have been dating, didn't say they were in an actual relationship. Ooh. Do what he is proposing. Do what is he propose? Oh, do what is he proposing? I understand what you're saying. So yeah, so I guess he's been dating. I hear your point, and he thinks that he found his wife. So now he needs to enter into a relationship with her and then go from there, is what you're saying. He's jumping the gun, basically. Ring and pop the question. Mail her a ring pop and
that part.
Oh my
That
goodness.
part.
Wow. These comments, you guys, these comments. Okay. Chris Allen says, back in the day, they used to do male brides. I don't know if we want to go down that road again. Right. All right. Ja'Cory.
I'm sorry, I just got bombarded. But
Well, how do you feel about meeting somebody online? You've never met them in person. You've done all of this online conversation. You've even met their parents online, and now he's thinking of proposing online.
he crazy. It's internet is cute, FaceTime is cute, but I need to be able to touch you, feel you. It's just like a church experience. Virtually, it's real cute. I can get a word, but it's something about actually being in the room with the person, being in the room with Jesus and feeling the anointing. I put it in the same box. I need to be able to feel you and not through a screen.
I hear that.
Screen love is not enough for me.
Y'all remember that song, Computer Love?
Mhm.
Oh, hey, Computer Love. Hey,
Computer
ooh, the jam.
love.
Yes. Oh, that was the jam.
You like
So
how me,
Roger and Zap, they were onto something. Ooh, all right. So Tavares.
So let me do a sidebar. Ja'Cory, your praise and worship, I watched it on Sunday, was bomb.com, and I love your the praise team. I did about to say background things. I'm sorry, I'm speaking prophetically ahead of time. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that.
Oh my God.
I did. It was great. They can sing. Praise God. But anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. What's the rush? Like fine wine, it takes time. And it's like a boomerang. If it's for you, it will come back. So if Corona is forever, and forever is a long time, why do you need to rush it? Take your time, because like Ja'Cory said, being virtual and being in person, those are two different wavelengths. The energy that you can feel from somebody personally versus the radio airwaves, they totally different. And they actually command different things from you. So you won't be able to really feel and understand a person until you are actually in their presence. So just take your time, enjoy this moment, stretch it out like taffy. Okay?
That's good.
That's good.
Because you can learn me through this screen, but you can't really test me through this screen. That's some testing. There's some testing that gotta come before I'm buying a ring, proposing, before I even let you really take my heart. There's some tests that we gotta take.
Come on, because you start.
I'm frozen.
When you stir in that pot,
do you want to build a snowman? I'm frozen over here. I am frozen. That was so good. You can learn me through the screen, but you can't test me. That's really good. That's good because a relationship has to be tested. It does.
Yep.
It does. And so for people to think that they're going to get into a relationship and there's not going to be ups and downs, there's not going to be disagreements, there's not going to be those struggles, that's what makes the relationship stronger.
Yep.
That's what strengthens you. That's what bonds you. When you have to face a problem together, are you going to reach out for me? Or are you going to turn and run the other way? I need to know these things, right? That's good.
And you need to test it with fire.
That's good. That's
so
good.
Some layers will be burnt off and some layers will be condensed and strengthened with fire.
Come on. Yolanda.
I'm gonna change my name. Wild Praise Wisdom or something. I don't know.
It's Shatai. I'm ready for it.
Shaka Khan has a song called "Through the Fire."
Mm-hmm.
Love that song.
Me too.
Right?
Through the fire.
To the limit, to the wall. Just a chance to be with you. I'll gladly
risk it all.
Gladly risk it all. That's hard to do when you don't know what you're risking.
That was prophetic.
So my pastor definitely cannot take credit for this. My pastor, Pastor Shamari White, Half Life Church, he talked about something where, you know, we've heard it. Sometimes God sends it through different ways, right? You got to hear it again. You got to hear it again. You have to date people through seasons. And so you have to date good, bad. This is always my theory. If I'm gonna rock with you, I'm a chick that will rock with you. I'm a real type of a ride and die chick. So I'm gonna rock with you till the wheels fall off, and we gotta find some more. But I'm gonna rock with you through the good, the bad, and the indifferent. But you gotta know what that indifferent is, and so you have to be willing to roll through seasons. How do they suffer loss? What happens when they don't have the money? How do they manage your money? Oh, let's use Monique. I'm not picking on you, lady, because I like you. What happens when everybody attacks you and you're not famous no more?
Ooh.
What happens when let's say you're not a famous person, right? Let's say you're a plumber and no one's calling your name no more. You're not the popular guy that people come to fix something. I mean, whatever it is that you do, what happens in those seasons? When you get married, it says for rich, for poor, in sickness, and in health. What happens if your significant other loses their legs?
And that's real talk.
That's real stuff. Do you like them because of what they have, what they got on? I've always been the type of girl, you know, I like maybe a certain type of guy, but I'm not with you because you're famous, because that comes and goes. Bags and stuff and like that. It gets old. It loses its feel. So you can't be with the person for that. So, sir, if you're watching, do not do it. You don't know me. I don't know you. I am telling you, you're moving too fast. You do not know her well enough to know what's going to come down the road 10 years from now. First of all, COVID will not last forever. We are not receiving that. So COVID will not last forever. But when it lifts, what does it look like? And you can't know a person. I agree with that. I do not want screen love. That's cute. But I want to know, I mean, do I even like to sit at the table with you? You know, you go to the movies with people.
What's you're smacking?
Does that get on your nerves? Are they OCD? Are you not clean? Listen, and the list goes. I'm not the one. I'm not the one who's ever been married. I haven't been married yet, but I'm saying, and the list goes on. You ever go to movies with somebody and they talk the whole movie? What do we come here for?
Yes. Let me take a side.
If you there can be so much. What if they don't like your family?
That happens.
What if they mama don't like you?
That happens.
It's too much to go through to not be sure. So while I definitely believe in love at first sight, actually, I'm a huge romantic. I'm a huge fairy tale kind of girl. I think you have to move from wisdom. Don't marry. Don't attach to the first things.
So let me take a side road, because Jeremy had actually, you know, in all his comedic, you know what I mean? He's a comedian, but he actually has a really good point. So he says, y'all hating on this man and he's just trying to be holy before the Lord. If it wasn't Rona season and he was still ready to marry her, would we be saying, wait, men don't take forever to decide who we want to marry. He knows she's the one.
I don't see that many.
I would say the same thing.
See that many men getting married. So,
well, see, and now this is a really good point, and this is why I was hoping, like Dito, I know he likes to dip out at this time, but I think it's important that we hear from the men, because men's perspective and women's perspective is very different. I'm here to tell you. And that might be my 46-year-old wisdom saying that, because back in the day I'd be like, oh, we all just have this, we have the same mind. No, we don't. We do not. Men and women have different. So Dito, I'm calling upon you, because I know you've seen all the comments. I know you've been listening to this whole conversation, sir. So I'm coming to you, Dito. The floor is yours.
So, you know, as I've been listening to this and as I've been watching all the comments roll in, and I think everyone I appreciate everyone for piling all these great comments in. Jeremy is just a hoot. He's just Jeremy. Me being a man, and as much as I love Allegra, had I not had face-to-face interaction with her, we wouldn't be 26 years in right now. Me meeting someone virtually is one thing, but some great points have also come on. How do you handle the different seasons of a person's life? How do you handle Jeremy in his being silly? I want to see what you pick when you go to Walmart and Target and do you snore at night? There's a bunch of different things that go into this. But the one thing that you cannot beat is face-to-face interaction and spending that one-on-one time together. And
Yeah.
is he going to open the door when we come to the car? If something happens in the middle of the night, is he going to go to the door or is he going to send you? You can't figure out. You can't figure these type of things out over social media or over video calls. You don't know what you're going to get. It's just like shooting craps. I don't know how to shoot dice, but you never know what you're going to get when you roll the dice until it hits the wall and it comes back. Wow, that came out pretty nice. Let me say that again. You never know what you're going to get until you hit the wall and see what comes back at you. Because once you can't tell all those type of things when you're just on video conference.
Come on, you got to wait for the bounce back. You do.
Ooh. Yes.
That's a teacher right there. You got to wait for the bounce back.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things that go into this that cannot be had over video calls. Somebody mentioned on the stream that you can be whoever you want to be over social media. You can be over the screen, but who are you really when the screen is off? You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious to know. So that's my 2 points.
Well, and another thing I was going to say is that, I have relatively thin shoulders. My shoulders are relatively thin, I mean, this is hereditary right here, but I have you don't know, it might be a double wide down here. It might be, I might have to go sideways through a doorway.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're not seeing the whole picture.
You don't know if you're not getting the whole person, and I'm using that metaphorically speaking. If you're not getting the whole person, then how can you make a lifetime decision based on a fraction?
Yeah.
It's just a fraction. So I'm gonna bet my forever on a fraction. No, I don't think so. I think I need the whole equation first before I can get the sum of my future.
And it's okay to wait. Like me and my husband and I, we dated for 5 years before we got married. It felt fast, but I was like, dog, wait a minute. And he had my ring at his house for a whole 4 or 5 months before he even asked me. So like going back with somebody said, a man know what he wants. Yes, but just take your time, young man.
More information. That's right.
You need more information to make a critical decision. And a lot of times, I get it. I do believe men know most times. Stephen Harvey often tells a story. He knew when he met Marjorie years prior that he knew that was his wife. Years prior to him marrying her. So you're a man. I'm not. That's true. But I think you also have to. Sometimes people are moving through a process. And so maybe there's some things she's moving through that she needs to complete before y'all join together, because she needs to know who she is. Because if you join together, you have kids and stuff like that. Your kids leave and people are discovering a whole nother part of themselves. So if a person comes in, they don't know who they are, you could be going up a nasty, dirty creek.
Oh, yes.
So I just think you got to move with wisdom.
And look, and marriage is a whole nother thing. So now we're talking about a financial bond between somebody. She lives at home. She moved back home with her parents. Now it says in here to take care of her. But what if it's for finance? What if she's broke?
We don't know.
What if she has no financial maturity? What if she doesn't know how to invest? What if she is just looking for a payout? I mean, these are all things that you might not want to sign on the dotted line before you. Yep, Greg, she might be bipolar.
You don't know.
He might be bipolar. She don't know.
He might be bipolar too.
You never know.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I'm looking up at the clock, Dito, and this has been wonderful. We've had I feel like we've had more comments today than we've had in a long, long time. I just want to thank everyone for adding their 2, 3, 4, 5 cents into the bucket and into the hat. And I just think that the bottom line, sir, you've asked for our advice. I think that just trust in the Lord, like it was said, trust in the Lord with all of your might. Trust in Him with everything that you have. Trust your finances. Trust Him with your heart. Trust Him with your lifestyle, your livelihood, and He will direct your path. Right? Lean not to your own understanding. Don't even lean to our understanding. Lean to the Lord. Press towards the Lord, and let Him direct your path. But on a tangible level, it's probably wise for you to wait. Just wait, because if this is your wife, what God has for you is for you. And so whether you do it this week or you wait till the end of the year or next year when shelter in place is over, it will be revealed to you if she's your wife or not. So here's to another great edition of Ask Shop Talk. And if you ever have a topic, a subject, a problem, an issue facing, please inbox me or any one of us here at Shop Talk, and we will definitely bring it to the table for discussion.
Most definitely. Good stuff. Good stuff, Ashley. Again, thank you for taking and championing this whole Ask Shop Talk thing. You've been doing an amazing job. So thank you for all of your efforts. I'm looking up at the clock. It's time for us to get ready to go. But before we go, let me just stop and just say thank you again to all of our viewers, all of our listeners, everyone who's been hanging out with us, chiming in with us. We do this every week at the same time on this same day. And I'm grateful for all of you. I mean, our numbers are really, really jumping in terms of our live stream. I just want to say thank you. You don't have to, hang out with us the way that you do, but you always do. And you chime in and you make this 2-hour journey one that is absolutely amazing and something that we look forward to doing week after week. All right, let's get ready to go. Before we go, let's go around the room. Yolanda Wild Praise Morant, any closing comments, final thoughts? You're on mute.
Okay, for real, just live your best life. You only get one life, and I think we are all responsible to live it to the best of our ability. So do your best to do what you can. Don't overexert yourself. Don't be more than what you should be. Don't try to be somebody else. There's only one you. So live your life, live the best life, and listen. Don't let COVID. We didn't talk about this today, but Kira Sheard has done a wonderful job.
Oh yes.
Shouts out to her to this virtual concert she did, and I was so stupidly inspired. And so it proves that you only your biggest limitation. And so what she did yesterday proved that COVID has nothing to do with how far you can go. So we just got to do it safely. So enjoy your week.
Good stuff. We appreciate that, and thank you for hanging out with us as well. Davaris, closing comments, final thoughts. Anything you may want to say about what's happening this week on Mix and Mingle?
Mix and Mingle is just us talking. We're shooting the breeze, talking about the latest topics. So y'all make sure y'all tune in on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. 2, right? Yeah, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Thursday, not Friday. Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Thursday. Make sure y'all text. Y'all text Ashlyn at this number. I will have this up every single week now, unless the Lord has blessed me to do something else. And make sure you hashtag Sunday's Best for the latest updates. Also, one more thing I want to say. Make sure, do not envy people process. Make sure to ask God, am I the teacher or the learner? And you may be learning from what somebody else is going through. So don't envy what people are going through. Don't envy that somebody is raising to the top and you're not. Take note of what they're doing so you can be great in the season that God has called you to be. Y'all stay blessed.
Good stuff. I like that. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Jacory, closing comments, final thoughts.
I'd just like to say, make sure that you tune in to Better Together, for we will have the top 9 and special guests. And also, it looks like I'll be dropping a single on the 26th. If you tune in to Kimber Rails Fill Up the Middle, I'm actually one of her featured artists this Sunday. So y'all pray for me, because this is pushing me out the box.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
I love it.
Congratulations to you. We can't wait to hear it, as well as feature it right here on freedomradio.com.
Yes.
So So it's going to be amazing. We want to take this journey with you. We look forward to it. Last but not least, Ashlyn Cole, closing comments, final thought.
Basically, I'm going to say you never know how far you can get until you get there. That could be as far as you go, Look to the horizon for your destination, and you'll never get there, which is right. Next level, next level, next level. At 46 years old, I'm reinventing myself. You can do it too.
Most definitely. I like that. That's good stuff. And let me add on to what you just said and say it this way. Go as far as you can see. Then you'll see further. I'm going to say it again. Go as far as you can see.
That's good.
And then you'll see further.
Say it one more time for me.
Yeah, I'll say it one more time. So go as far as you can see. So here's a great example. If as far as you can see is to the end of the block, go to the end of the block. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to see further than you did when you was at the other end of the block. So go as far as you can see, and then you'll see further. Lord have mercy. This has been a great show. I absolutely appreciate all of our co-hosts. We do this every week at the same time on the same network. We love to have you. If you haven't followed us, if you haven't downloaded the Freedom Radio app, do yourself a favor, download the Freedom Radio app and have it on your device, as well as if you can watch this again, as well as hear it on our podcast channel. So if you have the Purple Podcast app on your iPhone or iPad, download the app, search Freedom Radio. You'll see a bunch of previously recorded shows from Shop Talk to High Tea with Bree, Better Together, Mix and Mingle, The Music Mix, Dito Live. Many of our shows are all right there on that podcast channel. We'd love to have you make it happen. All right, y'all, it's time for us to get ready to go. But till the next time, on behalf of Ashlyn, Ja'Cory, Davaris, and Yolanda, my name's Dito. Till the next time, you know how I do. I'll holla.
Holla.